Hello everyone, we're going to introduce you here to some great tool, a great tool in Autocad. It's involved in most of the products as well, and it is called the field command. I'm going to do it extensively right now to design a drainage or a retention pond for feeding into Hydrocad, but really it is something that I'll push out to all of my classes because it's really not that advanced a skill. Once you take some lines and arcs and put them together in a polyline, that polyline has as one of its properties area, and that area can be best pulled usually by region but also by the field command. So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to just go ahead and draft a box. This time my box is going to be 1,000 by 1,000. So I'm going to start here and go File, New, and I'm going to go out to decimal feet, start again, go back to here, get my layer set by going to layer command, typing LA would work, turning the object layer to be current, the view layer to be current. Remember, this time I'm going to get rid of that box, left clicking, hitting the E for erase. Now drafting a box, knowing that it's not a good thing to do, turning off the clicky clicks, the flee, not reading down at the bottom and saying at 1,000, comma 1,000. I'll call that a lot. Zoom E. So there's my lot. And let's say that lot was draining to the right corner there. I'm going to now go to Object and draft something out, something like this. Turn my ortho off and just conceptually figure I'm going to put a pond in my lot that looks something like this. Later on I can actually do fillets and the like, but for now I'm going to keep it conceptually. P-edit, yes, and join. And now you see that is all one thing. Now, one thing I can now do is I'll be able to start offsetting and doing other things with that. But I'm just going to start with the area of that. You can list the area, you can do all kinds of things. The area command is useful, but not so much. Usually we'd make it a region, but I'm just now going to use the term field. I'm going to go to Object, Field, and let's see, there's a lot of things you can do with field. You go to Object, you select your object, and you have a list of things that you can kind of pull the data out. I'm going to pull out the area. I'm going to stick it right there, and that area is now in square feet. Even so, that area is such that as I go ahead now and move it around, and then type regen, R-E-G-E-N, or go back and forth from model and back, that is going to change. So remember, we go back, there's 37.6. I go back, I've still got to type regen. And so in that, you have then an area command, an area that you can kind of play around with, even if you go through. If you go p-edit, a lot of p-edit commands, p-edit here. You can spline it, regen, and it gives me the area of the spline. And now I'm going to offset maybe 10 feet at a 10 to 1 slope. That might be the next contour down, 10, 10, 10. And if we now do, looking at that as a contour map, once again, field, object, select, grab the next object down, area, okay, and I start to get those areas as they go down. I can list them up and use them then for a volume calculation. So that's the introduction to the field command. It's great if you draft your lines in the right direction for using it in terms of vector work. Incredibly powerful. And it's very much, useful, very much akin to things you see in Civil 3D, but it's right out of the box in Autocad. And to remind everyone, Autocad is now giving 3-year licenses to students. That's scary cool. So get out and get your Autocad Civil 3D, I would recommend, and Inventor, and SketchUp 8.0. Thanks for listening.